When I do these fishing reports, there's so much stuff rolling around in my head, I try to remember to tell everybody. One of the very important thing that I forgot is, one, anybody that's new to subscribe to the channel, welcome. The other thing is I've been bumping into people along the river that's seen our videos. It's good to meet you. Thank you for watching the videos. It's always good to meet the people on the river and the parking lots that watch our videos. So it was good to meet everybody. Stopped and say hello. Thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you. Now it's time to do another fishing report, and it's obviously on the big river. Over the last past week it's been warm, however, very warm. Water temperatures are warming quick, but more importantly, over the last 24 hours it's gray and rainy and it's cold. I wished I had my mittens on. My hands are cold. In fact, I got my backup wading jacket on because yesterday I got so wet that jacket is still drying out. It poured. We're probably, in the last 24 hours, 3/4 of an inch of rain. Air temperature has dropped significantly. Instead of looking at 60s and 70s, we're looking at maybe a high today when I'm doing this report in the low 40s. So we've definitely had quite a shift in weather, which is what we need. We need a lot of rain, copious amounts of rain. We're basically in a drought, so we need a lot of rain. This is definitely helping, and the cool weather, the cold weather's also helping. It's slowing the whole process down. The steelhead are going through their spawning cycle very fast, very early. We're probably at least a week ahead of schedule, so this cool weather is definitely going to slow things down. So as I mentioned, they're definitely going through their spawn. We're in a full spawning mode with the steelhead, so a lot of your active fish are up around the gravel. We have finally starting to see some post-spawn fish hanging out in the pools. These fish should be starting to really get aggressive and feeding good here probably over the next few days. So I'm seeing that post-spawn steelies ought to really start to grab. So the swing fishing is going to, this fishing on the swing has been picking up really well. That swing fish on those dropbacks ought to get really good here over the next few days. So the fishing should continue to slowly but steadily improve. From the last report to now, when I did last report, I was a little bit frustrated. I was kind of struggling. We're working for a fish or two. The temperatures are just starting to warm up. Now the water temperatures are probably mid-40s, upper 40s, from instead of the low 40s. So we've warmed up a lot. The fish are definitely coming out of the pools. They're getting active. So it's been a slow, steady improvement over the past week. We're catching a lot of fish on actually black and orange ink sucking leeches. Ricky did really well. I got in some of the water where he was and did really well with them. Some hot bead buggers in black with a peacock pearl type body. Been working really well. Just a variety of stuff. Some single stage intruders has been working great in pink, purple, black. Out there, keep them about this big. Nice first skirt and a little tinsel on there. They've been working really well. So a lot of the fun stuff is starting to go. Zonkers, bunny flies, various colors. Like today in this gray day, we've been doing well in this light with pink, fuchsia colors. I usually tie them on a size 6. Those zonkers. The woolly buggers, obviously 4s have been starting to do really good. A nice big target. Fish like to see a nice big fly and zero on it. If I'm in a skinnier water and the fish are a little grumpy, size 6 has been working good. The black and olive has started to produce some fish because the water from the last report to this report has cleared up significantly. We got a very light stain to it. It's almost back to where you expect to see the salmon river right now. So the watercolor is good. We're starting to use a little heavier tippets because we're swinging on flies, so we're using 8, sometimes even 10 pound because we want to survive that grab. Sink tips, because of the water flows at 335 CFS release at the dam. By the time it gets down to Pineville, where I am now, we're looking at probably around 500-ish CFS release. So we're using a light and a medium tip with a 3-second sink to a 6-second sink for most of our fishing. If we're in some really fast water, might have to go a little heavier, but that's mostly what we've been using with our sink tips No, 10-foot tips is generally what we stay with for sink tips. Haven't really been using a lot of nymphs, mainly because I'm tired of using nymphs. But yeah, sometimes in those pools or those middle of the day when the light's on the water, some big stoneflies have been working. I mean, keep them 1.5 inches. I mean, like creatures. That's been working pretty good. So we've been getting a variety of flies, all your fun stuff. Definitely has been working. The swing, the fishing on the swing is it's on. So we're definitely in the swing season for the steelhead. There's fish scattered all through the river, so at this point, if an area is crowded, you don't want to deal with it, burn a little bit of boot leather, find a quiet spot. There's a very good chance you're going to have some fish around you, and you could have some cooperative fish around you. I expect this fishing to hold up for at least another 3 weeks, probably another 4 weeks, because it always seems to go into the middle of May. A couple other things to keep in mind: those of you that like to fish down in the DSL, the Douglas and Salmon Run, there's fish coming and going. There's still some new fish coming through the Douglaston. Those fish are moving very fast, so you want to cover a lot of water. And there's some fish, kind of post-spawn fish, just starting to get down into and dropping through. Ricky was down there the other day, and they got into a handful of fish, including about a 4-pound smallmouth bass. Early in the week, that water temperature down there was in the low 50s, so that would attract some bass. That's primarily what's going on. It's a coverage game. At the 335 release, we are running the boats, but it's a little bit of a pick. The drift part, the main part of the river outside of the fly zones, is fishing very good. The lower fly zone is starting to fish better than it has been. Some of those fish are starting to crack out of the hatchery, so that's starting the fishing in the lower fly zone is starting to pick up. The upper fly zone is fishing very good, about what it should for this time of the year. So we're actually in some good steelhead fishing. A few announcements. We're still taking names for our August spay casting clinic, which there's 2 separate classes. You can get into a class on a Saturday, you can get a class on a Sunday. It's the last weekend of August. If you're interested, send us an email at our email is fish@LostRiverFishing. Just do that. There'll be a little contact information on the end of the video. Just stay tuned for that. The other thing is for those of you that want our flies, that me and Rick tie, Pineville Sports Shop on the corner of 48 and 13 is carrying our flies. So you just go in there. They got a bunch of our flies. We're trying to expand the fly box, but obviously when you're on the water every day, it's hard to tie a pile of flies. But they're going to be carrying our flies. So if you're in the area and you want some of our flies, just go there and they'll have them. That's about what's going on. Hey, it's time to fish. Get on the water. I'm going to do a couple more reports as the spring steelhead season goes with the fishing reports. So just I'm kind of curious to hear what everybody's doing for fishing. So in the comments below, hey, if you're a trout fisherman, I like to hear that. If you're a trout fisherman, or if you like to bass fish during the summer, tell me what you like to do during the summer fishing. It'll be kind of interesting to hear what you like to do. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff after steelhead season, including trout fishing. But anyways, we're working on a couple of videos. You should see them coming out in the next couple of weeks. We're trying to get everything together for a fly box giveaway on those videos, so stay tuned for those. As always, hit that little subscribe button, that bell icon right next to it, so that you get notified when those videos come up that we're going to be doing the giveaways on. And those flies are going to be flies that you're not going to find at Pineville. Those are family flies that we use within ourselves. The only way you're going to get them is in the fly giveaway. So that's coming up. Until then, it's time to get on the water and go fishing. See you, folks.
This is Jay at JPEG Guides and Lost River Fishing. We are a year-round fly fishing catch and release guide service. We fish the Lake Ontario tributaries, and then during the spring and the summer we also fish the inland trout streams, classic dry fly fishing. During the heat of the summer we will do the warm water fishing for bass and pike. If you're interested in any of our outings or have any questions, please feel free to email us at fish@lostriversfishing.com. Hope to hear from you, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us.